So this is a very different video to what I had in mind. I was filming some stuff uh, to put together like a vlog of sorts. Hi, by the way. What's up, everybody? Hadi X here. If you don't know who I am, I'm an indie independent. Nice. I'm an indie alternative artist from Lebanon. And I was putting together this video. I was filming some stuff here and there to put together maybe a vlog of what I've been up to, sort of like a day in the life kind of vibe. But to be honest, the only thing I can think of is just, I don't know if it's just the general vibe, the general energy nowadays, no idea what it is, but I just fucking hate everything. I feel like I hate everything. And what is everything? I hate the fact that as an artist, it's not enough to make a good song. It's not enough to make music. I hate this whole content creation thing, this content creation era that we're in. I fucking hate that shit. I hate that we have to make these fucking stupid videos, these dumb videos to try and basically lure people into the thing that we spend so much energy making. I mean, no disrespect to other artists. Maybe other artists don't spend as much time on the product and they spend more time on the content, and all power to anybody, but all power to everybody, rather. But for me, maybe we should take this back a little bit. I've been writing for over a year now. July of last year was sort of a little bit of a turning point for me. End of June, I sort of hit rock bottom, just emotionally and mental health, and it was really bad. It was really, really bad. It was a really bad time. And so I decided to take July off. I was supposed to go play at TwitchCon in Amsterdam last year. I was supposed to perform there. It would have been my first time in Europe performing, but my visa didn't come in time. By the time I found out for sure that I was playing, and I applied tried to apply for a visa, I couldn't even get an appointment to submit my papers. And by the time I did, there was just not enough time to get the visa back. So it was rejected. I didn't get it in time. And while that was a bummer, I kind of took it as a little bit of it's going to make me getting to Europe at some point even more meaningful. But I had tried years ago to do that as well, on a different project, and it didn't work. So Europe, I'm coming for you at some point, right? But when the TwitchCon news came in, I had canceled all my bookings. Luckily, didn't lose much money there. And I just decided, I sent a message to the community on my Twitch community. And I just said, look, I'm going to take a month off from live streaming. And I'm going to take a month off from everything. And I'm just going to focus on me. I'm just going to do my thing. I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to see how I feel. And as soon as that happened, I started to write a lot. I used to go on these walks every single morning, and it turned into a thing I started calling the morning search, where I would go on a walk. I would listen to a lot of new music, just whatever the Spotify algorithm wanted to serve me that day. So I'd listen to a lot of new shit. I would not listen to anything I'd already known, unless I stumbled upon a new album or a new song that was just hitting the right thing. Then I would literally loop it. So I discovered a lot of amazing music, and I would just write while I'm listening. I would write lots and lots and lots and lots of lyrics. Turns out I had a lot to say. And then I'd come from the walk and take a shower, have breakfast, and just get to work. And I would start writing. So the work didn't feel like work, to be honest, much like any time I'm playing or writing music. It doesn't really feel like work. That's something that I really enjoy. And just making sure I'm in focus here. Seems to be that I am in focus. So we're just going to trust that. So throughout July, I started writing, and then that was kind of the beginning of this new chapter of music. I haven't released anything since the end of 22. So I wrote some stuff and I released them soon after, but there was a lot of songs that stayed that I either didn't finish developing or just didn't fit the vibe of what I wanted to release at the time. But that sort of sent me on this new tangent of writing songs that felt a little bit different to me from the creative side. You know, when I first started making music, my first kind of entry into it was I was doing these covers on YouTube, and I would take heavy metal songs, bands like, you know, Catatonia and Deftones and forget the others, In Flames, Dark Tranquillity, and I would take these songs and kind of rework them and make them a bit more poppy, a bit more accessible, I guess. And those did really well. Those videos did really well. But then soon after, I kind of was thinking to myself, I don't want to be a covers guy. You know, I'm hearing words that are my own in my head. I wanted to make my own music. And so my first entry point into making my own music was in 2015. I had been through a few things that really impacted me on a personal level. And one of my covers that took off, that did really well, the manager of that band reached out to me actually, which was a little bit mind-blowing because they're kind of a big deal. Reached out to me and said, I love your take on the song. Can you write some original songs and then maybe we can figure out a release thing for them? So that was midway through 2015, June, July, something like that, I really forget. And the agreement, well, not agreement, but like the conversation we had was, you know, let's talk in December and then see what we can do. But give me an EP by December. So I just got to writing. I wrote Ocean, I wrote Rain, I wrote Imaginate, Patience. I wrote a lot of songs. And that was my first foray into writing for myself as a singer. And I ended up writing, you know, these songs, and it was an EP and recorded vocals. I had demos and all that stuff. And this is like really early into my singing career, to be honest. I was extremely shy. If you listen to those older demos, you'll hear how low I'm mixing myself and how I'm barely performing as a singer. I'm like holding back and just it's like I'm singing as if I don't want to disturb anyone. Like someone's sleeping, I'm trying not to wake them up. And so, you know, December comes and, you know, we like it didn't align, basically. It didn't align. Still on very good terms with the manager who inspired this. Actually, one of the very important things that happened was when I sent him the songs, he said, these songs sound great, and they have a very strong hook, but the way you're producing them, it's like you're holding them back. You're trying to do this indie rock thing. I think you should do like Alan Walker EDM pop. I think you can do that. And I immediately felt so angry because I didn't want to betray my purist, like I come from a heavy metal background, and I'm all about the guitar, bass, live drums, and, well, I mean programmed drums, but like a live acoustic drum kit. You know what I mean? And I did like pop music. I listened to pop music all the time. You know, Coldplay was it still is. It's been always one of my favorite bands. And when he suggested that, I just felt a little bit like there is trespassing creatively. And that was my first experience with what a producer would do. A producer would take you from where you are, comfortable, and push you into this new, scary place. But it's because they see something in you. It's because they hear something that you don't hear and you don't see. You know, we see ourselves with our limitations, and sometimes it takes someone else to just push you out and pull you out. So, so that's what happened. And then I went to sleep that night when I received that email with the feedback, and I prayed. I was like, if I'm meant to do this poppy version of this song, because I was thinking about this one song, Patience, I was like, please show it to me in this dream, inspire me, let me hear something. And lo and behold, I went to sleep and I literally had a dream. Hi, buddy. Hi. I went to sleep. He's gonna hit my head. So I went to sleep and I literally had a dream of the song. I heard the poppy version of it very clearly. So I woke up and I put my ego aside, I put my resistance aside, and I got to work. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was so fun. It was so exciting to be out of my comfort zone. It was so exciting. I just felt so like, damn, like do have this in me. I can do these things that are outside of this shell that I was putting myself in. And that was sort of the beginning of that. And I feel like from that point onwards, I've kind of started on this tangent where I was spiraling and penduluming and swinging and swaying and doing all this stuff, where I was a little bit lost at times. A lot of times I was lost, where it's like I forgot how to speak my own language as an artist. And during that time, you know, the hunger was kicking in. You know, the manager of a band that I love reaches out to me and wants me to write songs so we can release them. And then when it didn't happen, I started shopping the same songs, and I would get a lot of feedback. You know, this sounds too heavy metal, this sounds too dark, this sounds too... So I took all of this feedback and I believed it. And then it sent me on this weird thing where I was discovering myself as an artist in public, because I was releasing everything. You know, I was releasing everything. And I was very active. I would release a song a month. And I got signed with Universal Music 3 years after that, which was pretty amazing, to be honest. And throughout this process, throughout this self-discovery thing that I went through, and I'm still going through, and I probably will never stop going through, because that's what's exciting. I think about my favorite band of all time, Linkin Park. If you listen to Hybrid Theory and you listen to their latest work, like One More Light, and all the things in between, the DNA of the band is there, but it just sounds so different. And for a band that successful to be taking that big of risks, dude, literal, I mean, goosebumps, Jake. You know? So that stuff inspires me so much. So I tend to get a lot of comments from people who discovered my music through the covers of those bands. I wish you'd do that. I wish you'd stayed there. I wish you'd do more of that. I hear you. I hear you. But I'm also a human, and I'm also interested in many, many things. And I also don't want to make music for like a specific person or a specific group of people. I'm making music ultimately for myself. And for whoever tends to enjoy it, that's great. That's always a plus. And I know it comes from a place of love. Like I got this one comment, like, I don't know, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, where this person was like, dude, I don't know where along the way your music became so bland and meaningless and blah, 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 blah. And it really bothered me. It really bothered me. And I actually deleted that comment, which is a little bit, you know, I'm a little bummed that I did that, because people should be able to voice their opinion. So, you know, I'm not hating on the person. It is their right to not like what I do. It's okay. And when people voice their opinion, it probably comes from a place of passion. Like maybe they enjoyed something that I did before so much and they're not enjoying what I did or whatever. Anyway. Drifting off a little bit, and I'm allowing myself to drift off a lot, to be honest, because this video is kind of abstract and I don't even know what it is. But, you know, I mentioned that I've been writing for over a year now, and I want to show you what I've been writing. I want to include you in the process. I do a lot of including in the process on Twitch, but I think I just kind of judge myself a lot when I have to put up a camera and mic myself up and speak. Is this still recording? Oh, it is. So I judge myself a lot, and I feel like my imposter syndrome is at sky high right now, to be honest. And I always worry about like views and all that fucking narcissistic ego decadence. Like, how many likes did your video get? How many views did your video get? How many fucking streams did your song get? All this shit that just strips us of joy, man. It takes away the joy. It takes away the joy. And I'm at a point with my life where I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm just writing songs that make me feel happy. I'm so in the process, and I want to share this process. I'm probably not going to write on camera a lot unless I do it on stream, like on Twitch. Because when I start writing, I'm usually in my fucking boxers, and my house is maybe a little bit messy, and if I get up to put the camera and like set up turn on the light or whatever, if I take a moment away from these fleeting ideas, I feel like I'm missing out. So what I'm trying to say is I've been working a lot, and the reason why I mention these comments is that I feel like I'm sort of at a place where I have come full circle because a side of me does love that. You know what? If I stayed there and I never ventured out of the dark pop cover guy or whatever, I probably would be depressed as hell as a creative person. Because I love the challenges of, you know, like spreading our wings and going somewhere new. And, you know, whatever I'm writing now, my next shit is going to sound completely different. So some people will come and say, oh, I wish you made the same stuff that you made back in God knows when. So I'm not going to please anybody. I don't care about pleasing everybody. I'm not going to please everybody. I hope I please somebody. Got to make a living. I'm not going to please everybody. I don't care about pleasing everybody. What I care about is making stuff that feels quality, feels real, feels meaningful. And I keep tangenting off, but the reason why I brought that up is because I feel like I've come full circle as a musician, as an artist, as a creator. I've gone through the phases where I'm trying to run after trends and chase trends and try to lure people in with something, or try to get a bunch of people in my car and shoot a TikTok. Man, that shit really is fucking cringe for me. It's cringe. Like, I get it. I get it. It's cool. But a lot of times when I watch, and maybe it's cringe for me because I judge myself a lot. Like when I'm watching people do all this stuff on TikTok and Instagram nowadays, the fast moving, attention grabbing shit, which is so not me, by the way, because, and maybe I feel cringe because when I see it, I start thinking about me doing it, and I'm just like, oh my God, what a fucking poser about myself. I'm not calling these people posers. Hey man, go get it. Or hey girl, go get it. Or hey you, whatever, go get it. If it's working, go get it. And I just want to say, by the way, I forgot to mention this earlier. I feel strange talking about all this shit while people are literally dying, and there's a lot of stuff happening in the world right now. And I'm sitting here talking about my music career. But this is where I am at as a person, me. This is where I am at in my life. And I feel like it's important for me to make this video. I don't know who the fuck is going to connect with this. To be honest, I don't give a shit. I'm just making this for me. This is a time capsule that maybe I'll watch at some point in time, or my kids will watch. But like, damn, dad was fucked up. So I'm making a body of work right now that feels like it belongs to one singular theme. And this singular theme, like not all the songs are about the same thing, but there's a thread that runs through, across, and beneath all of these songs that connects them to each other. And I love it. I am an album concept kind of guy. And I will show you some demos, probably not in this video, but there will be some stuff happening. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to show you, to be honest, because I overthink the process. Like, do I set up a camera on a tripod and work, or act like I'm working? Do I take a clip from a stream? I don't know. Honestly, I don't fucking know. But I want to include you. I want to include you if you want to be included. It's an open invitation. And I feel like I should probably, how long have we been talking for? It's like 20 minutes. Yeah, I feel like I should probably wrap up and shut the fuck up. But what I want to say is over the last few years, and what I want to say in closing is over the last few years, something incredible has happened in the sense that I feel like I've been connected to the community of fans way more than ever. Even though I judge myself a lot about not being as connected. Maybe on Twitch it's very connected, but outside of it, it isn't. I don't know. Hi, bud. But I want to put it out there. I want to put what I'm doing out there before it's even released. Like, I want to show you the behind the scenes. I don't have a strategy. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. And I don't know if this is going to be an independent release. I don't know if this is going to be a release with a label. I have no fucking idea. All I know is I'm working, and it doesn't feel like work. It's so much joy. I feel so much joy doing I feel so much joy doing what I'm doing, and I'm excited that I get to have a place to share it with, even if it's just, I don't know, 2 people watching this video or whatever. Yeah, I'm just figuring it out. I'm just figuring it out, and I'm probably not going to ever really truly figure it out, because it's always going to change, and it's always going to be something different. But if you've made it this far, thank you. I appreciate you watching. Look forward to showing you more stuff. I mean, I didn't show you anything today, but showing you stuff. I look forward to it. There are a lot of demos that I'm very excited about, and I'm gonna do this thing where maybe I'll post a video a week or every 2 weeks. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But for me and Charlie here in Lebanon, it's currently October 28th. It's like 1 p.m. here. Yeah, it's like 1 p.m. So thank you for watching. I've been Hadi X, and I'll see you soon. Hey, bud. Video's over now. You just want the attention now. I love you, buddy.